keep it on there. Let's get thingy up. No, okay. I've got the notification. Lovely. I think I'm... Yeah, okay. Chat. Compliment. Right, then we've got some karma. Oh my god, it's Johnson. Hi, Johnson. I'm gonna keep my chat open so I don't have to go off screen every time. Quickly start this game. GK, yeah. Oh. Let's get the stream up again and get it live. Lovely. Alright. It should be inside. Let's have a look. So, tracks, 6 circuits, Spain, Canada, Hungary, Australia. Interesting. Brazil and Abu Dhabi. So, I'd like to see how Australia goes, that's for sure. Time of day, dynamic. Yeah, let's this. Weekend structure, you're also going to have one shot, and then you have 5 lappers. Obviously, it's 5 lap championships. Rules and flags, self-explanatory. Actually, no, street corner cutting, self-explanatory, safety car off, formation lap off, simulation settings, reduced car damage is off, basically. There's nothing really much to say. So, yeah. Yeah, that's pretty much just it there, you know. It should be pretty good. Right. Should be starting soon. Yep, 2 minutes. Right. Cool. Lovely. Chat open. Okay. So, who have we got? We have got F1 Brinks, Captain Stan, Janus Luce, Beckmars, Shumir. Wait. God. Shumir. Shimmy Shimmy Yeah. Shimmy Shimmy Yeah, I think that's what I meant. Shimmy Shimmy Yeah. DDV Robin, Maran Fati, Pippa Cook, Brumero, Lugramp, Rycom. Who was right, of course. Corvig. Yeah, that should be everyone. Shimmy Shimmy Yeah, Shimmy Shimmy Yeah. Shimmy. And looks like we're starting. Alright. Let's get ready then. Let's get this started. Here we are then. Hello everyone. This is Jack here, and in FCS we will be having a 5-lap championship. We've got 6 races, each with their own characteristics. Hopefully, all these drivers can try a challenge. You never know. We've got the Spain start off the season, and then from there we'll find ourselves hopefully with a championship battle. This is only 5-lap champ. This is supposed to be a PS event. This is not actually. I mean, you could count it as serious, but this isn't like a full time thing, I guess. We've done it 3 times before, and it has been quite interesting to say the very least. So, qualifying. Here we are then, in Spain, the first qualifying of the season. It is 1 shot, then we head to 5 laps of racing, and that's already a spin for the Red Bull. Rycom retires. Sorry for the black screen that happens every time. It's really annoying. Don't know why it does that. Can I just go by? Can I go by spectator? No. Well, we're at the leader now. Janus Lewis, who is currently the loads of oversteering. That's in the ball. That is disappointing. Both Red Bulls now down at the back of the field. Ramiro now on provisional pole, but Pippa Cook getting up there as well. So is Beck Mars and Cool Big. Lugramp challenging for 4th at the moment. However, Pippa looks like he might take pole here. Let's have a look then across the line. It looks like Brumero might actually snatch it at the final bit, and he does. There must have been some sort of mistake there for Pippa Cook, because there's a big gap between the top 2 and the top 3. Actually, a big gap between everyone. Loads of people did mess up on their laps. God. To be fair to them, it's not on pure base. It's it is like if they do make a mistake, then that's that. But yeah, is Spain qualifying over? Brumero on pole for the first Grand Prix of the season. We'll see how he does entering the first race of the season. Will he continue the form, or will he drop some places during the Grand Prix? Well, we're going to have to wait and see, because quite frankly he was doing really well in quali, and so is Pippa Cook, who is right up there as well. So it's really down to what can happen in the Grand Prix. Qualifying is shall I say, quite irrelevant. No. I just said it, guys. But anything can happen in the race, and that's what I mean by irrelevant. It doesn't mean that qualifying is like fully useless. I mean, yeah. Here we go then for the first race of the season here in Spain. And it's lights out and away we go. They were held on the grid for quite some time, but the Ferrari gets off the line well, and there's a spinning Mercedes in the background. That's F1 Brinks there. And here comes Piper Cook down the inside into turn 1. Can't make the move down. Brumero's Ferrari teammate. Luck grab, and there's a massive off there by 3 cars at the very start. Cool big Janus Lewis and Marin Fati all had some sort of incident at the start, but Brumero looks like he's kept the lead for now. Piper Cook currently in second, Leclerc in third, the other Ferrari in third place, but he's followed up quite nearly by the McLaren. But I think the McLaren made some sort of mistake, and that might let Wycombe go sailing around the outside. They nearly made contact. They did make contact. Captain Stan now on it. The Ferrari's going right to the edge here, and they're 3 wide into the corner. The Red Bull goes off the track, but this is very, well, quite clean racing for what it is. So, to be honest, they're doing a quite fair job. What else? Okay. Captain Stan still following in 6th. The leader, however, is blastering out in front. Look at the pace between the top 2. Or shall I just say the leader at this point. 2-second time penalty already for Captain Stan. And he's off the track. He's had a spin. And that is his race pretty much over. Oh, that was unexpected. And yep, no, that was quite fair, to be honest. 3-second penalty for Captain Stan. That was, oh damn, that was a big hit. Raikkonen started to fall back even more to the top 2 now. This is not what he could have wanted, but he's at least in the podium places. He has to defend off of the McLaren, so we'll see how that goes. Brumero, the leader, 2-second time, and that's Piper Cook. He's had some sort of problem, I think. He had some sort of spin or something. Brumero's penalty will come in handy for Raikkonen, because now he's in second, and with the penalty applied in a 7/10 gap of the, and look at Piper Cook's even dropping down to P6 with TTV Robin now, and that's the McLaren round. That is Beckmar. He's off. He's going to come back on. So you see, anything can happen in the Grand Prix. F1 Brinks is on the brink of getting lapped, which is not what you really want in a 5-lap at Grand Prix. But DRS is now enabled. Janus Lewis sets the fastest lap. Now Shumi, oh God. I'm just gonna say Shumi. I'm sorry if I pronounce your name wrong. I'm just gonna call you Shumi. Alright. Shumi. Alright, okay. I'm just gonna call you Shumi. Brumero is still leading though by 3 seconds. Look around, his teammate, currently right on the back by TTV Robin, goes right onto the grass. That, quite frankly, would be a warning. The only thing that can really stop Bruno now is another penalty. So if he gets another penalty, that's pretty much his race over. We're gonna get the penalties up, and that's cool. Big with a 2-second time penalty. DRS then for Robin. He's following in behind. Look around. He has before this whole entire lap, and he's finally making the move down the inside. There is contact. We're gonna get a move from people, and Raikkonen's going slowly. There's definitely been a spin. Now it is the fight for second place here, while Brumero is stretching out the gap in front. Janus gets ahead of Piper Cook, and then Piper Cook gets overtaken by Shumi, and he's dropped down to 7th from 2nd at the start, from challenging to the lead. And now Leclerc is up into P2. It's a Ferrari 1-2 here in Spain, but look at the speed Raikkonen's got, and he's actually going very slowly. Raikkonen's still right at it here. What's he gonna do? into the next one. And Raikkonen looked down the inside. He couldn't make the move. But look at the Aston Martin of Robin now, and he's off the track. That's the AlphaTauri of Raikkonen into the barriers, and that's his race over. Another car into the barriers, having another spin, and here he goes. The Aston Martin of Robin, still looking for the moves wherever he can. This P2 spot means a lot, and now he's got the DRS. He will be moving to the outside. Lookhart's forcing him around there to try and make it harder for him to get around. And in doing so, they go wheel to wheel into the chicane, and Lookhart had to back out. He didn't want to risk him getting spun, but now it's him and Janus Lewis. Janus Lewis gets pushed wide a little bit, and Schumi's looking for that P4 now as well. Everyone's getting penalties all over the grid, but Brumero will now start the final lap. Raikkonen's retired, so that is very disappointing. Lookhart and Janus Lewis at it again for P3. Robin starting to pull away. Martin Fatty with a 2-second time penalty. Janus Lewis currently holding on for P3. Look, that was in second place. Schumi's now looking down the inside for P4, and that P4 might just be his if he can hold on to the Ferrari. He takes the inside line, takes it very deep, does the Ferrari, but he does that very well. Keeps ahead of Schumi and keeps that P4 position. Brumero's done pretty much all he could here in the first race of the championship. Robin's just there to pick up the pieces, while Janus Lewis is still in a pretty much alright gap. Peter Cook had a look, and he's absolutely sent it right up the inside look ramp. But I think there, all he really could have done was to try to defend it, and he didn't defend it as well as he should have. Brumero will now win the first race of these 5-lapper championships, while Robin will finish P2 for the Aston Martin team. Janus Lewis gets fastest lap, but thanks to his penalty, Schumi gets onto the podium. Piper Cook, who was fighting for the lead at the very start of the Grand Prix, is now dropped to 5th place. Leclerc P6, Beck Mars P7, Cool Big P8, Captain Stan P9, and Marvin Fatty will be finishing P10 as soon as he does finish. Well, yeah. Right. Marvin Fatty's just, yeah, he's just on that in the first place. Just finished the goddamn race. Well then, first race of the season is won by the Ferrari of Brumero, who takes the lead of the Drivers' Championship. Let's see how long he can keep that for. As the next race, I believe, is in Canada, if I am fully right in that. And Brumero. There he goes. It's a win. First race win of the season. 5 more races to come. And I'm going to be here for 5 more races. So then, first race complete. Interesting start to the season, I must say. I never knew my first FCS race commentary was going to be a 5-lappers championship, but I honestly chose to do that, and I'll take it. Brumero leads the Drivers' Championship. In the Constructors' Championship, Ferrari obviously lead, because I believe, yeah, nope, McLaren also have 2 cars, so does Red Bull, Alpine, Aston Martin, no. Well, Constructors, that's for another day. Ferrari are leading it, by the way, if you couldn't tell already. Let's have a look then. Yep, next race was Canada. K on the overtake is in now. I think he's filling in for another. Yep, he's in the Williams. So, next race Canada. Let's see where that will go. Shall we? Alright, here we go. Will Boomerang keep up the pace that he had in the first round? Maybe not. That's just what we're going to have to wait and see. Here we go then. For the second race of the championship. I should give me just 1 minute. Right, we're back. So, wow, sounded pretty quick, but now have a look at Pippa Cook, who was challenging for P1 last time. Rimmer is already down there. Can the overtake P2? Now, will Pippa Cook keep the momentum that he had last Grand Prix? And that's in the barriers. Oh, that is a nasty crash. And there's a mistake there by the Red Bull of Janus Lewis. That little bit of oversteer is dropping all the way down to P7. Meanwhile, Rycom in P2. KP5. Sorry. Yep, KP5. F1 Brinks. F1 Brinks. God. Brinks. I can't say it, but the Williams in P2 Rycom might get pole here. It's either between Brinks and Rycom, and Brinks gets pole position by quite some margin as well. What the hell? Loads of people actually got disqualified as well. It's quite a disappointment. Wow, so qualifying. Brinks on pole, Rycom second, Captain Stan P3, came on the overtake fourth. Everyone else got disqualified. Pippa Cook retired. No. Here we go then for Canada. The Grand Prix is set to start soon. As soon as it's time though. It's done. We could begin. We go then. The second race of this 5-lapper championship is lights out, and away we go. Good start by Brinks, but no it isn't, because Rycom's already around. He has that outside into turn 1. And Rycom through into P1. Brinks in second. Captain Stang on the inside, and that was very close there. I generally thought those two were going to crash. K on the overtake. And Captain Stang going wheel to wheel. Needs 2 for P3. Here we go. Captain Stang's push K off the track, and the Alfa Romeo Coolbig got caught out now. Janus Lewis with his teammate is now going to do an assault on K to try get P4. K spun round. Recess the track. Rycom leading. Then you've got F1 Brinks and Janus Lewis in P3. It's an AlphaTauri Williams, then the Red Bulls in P3 and 4. The other Williams of K just got caught out. Brumio, the last race winner, is currently fighting with the McLaren of Beckman for P6. They hit the polystyrene, but make it through. Does he? Yes, he does. Rycom at the front of the field then. Oh, here we go. The 2 Red Bulls at it, and how they bang wheels. These 2 very aggressive. No T1 is in the Red Bull garage from what it looks like. Here we go. Rycom already with a 2-second penalty and in the lead, and I think these Red Bulls are getting very feisty here, and this is letting everyone else catch up into the positions ahead. Here comes Beckmars down the inside of Brumio and gets back into P6. Great move. And Captain Stang's penalty as well won't really help. And Janus Lewis around the outside. He ain't going to defend the position that great. And yep, look at that. Up into P3 goes Janus Lewis in the Red Bull. Captain Stang is currently P4. Brumio and Beckmars, and that's 3 wide. You'd never want to go 3 wide into that hairpin. And they did that, and oh god, it was terrible. It was Pippa Cook nearly got spun around. Rycom, very bad exit, but so was Brinks getting a very bad exit, hitting the wall of champions. Those 2 are pulling away very fast, while the others behind are starting to fall away very fast. But the Red Bulls are still going at it, as you can see. Janus Lewis Captain Stang trying to find a way to get past Janus Lewis with the DRS now open. With the 3 DRS zones, I would imagine this should be pretty easy to get past. As you can tell, the other Red Bull got past the other without the DRS last lap. So surely with DRS on this lap, there is a possibility of him getting past. But with the gap of 5.5 tenths, I don't think it will be possible. No, definitely not on this straight at least. Maybe on the big straight, but Janus Lewis made a mistake. That's going to let them catch up even more. And will he make a move down into the hairpin? No, he won't. He's going to hold on. Brumio's down to P8. The championship leader is really struggling here. And here we go. Back on the straight. ERS open. DRS on. What will he do? Rycom and Brinks having a fight at the front. Brinks gets past. But here comes the Red Bulls. And Captain Stang back into P3. Janus Lewis gets a 2-second time penalty. All of the top 4 have time penalties. K on the overtake gets a 2-second time penalty. Beckmars has the fastest lap of the race. K gets past Pick a Hook. Rycom, 2-second penalty again. Captain Stang, another 2-second penalty. These penalties are starting to rack up here, and not in a good way. Piper gets a 2-second time penalty. The people without penalties are really getting an advantage, while the others with it are getting a massive disadvantage. At the front though, the gap is still 6 tenths, but the Red Bull fight isn't yet over, and because the McLaren of Beckmars is starting to catch up with them, and with the penalties following in ahead, he has a chance of getting a podium. So he's going to keep this dream alive. I think he already is on the podium, pretty much. As long as he doesn't spin, then it's a guaranteed podium. So here we go then, down the straight. The Red Bull's back at it. Janus Lewis following behind Captain Stang. It won't be this time, but maybe on the following straight. And Janus Lewis, a little bit of oversteer. And yep, too far away for any chance of an overtake. Hay has spun at the final corner. This is probably the end of his terrible run of the Grand Prix so far. And these 2 still at it. Janus Lewis, another 2-second penalty. So that's 4 now. Now he has F1 Brinks surely is going to win this race. Coolbig gets a 2-second penalty. That's his first. If if Brinks doesn't get another 2-second penalty, that's a guaranteed win for him because everyone else behind him has 4 seconds. Here we go then, down the straight. Will Raikkonen look for a cheeky move down the inside? No, he won't. 2-second penalties getting dished out everywhere. And Brumero got one as well. That's going to be costly here for him. Here we go down the straight. Raikkonen round the outside. We already know he's going to win this race, but he might as well give it a shot. And he makes the move into the final corner. And he messes up. And now it's going to be Raikkonen to the line to take the victory on track. But Brims, with the penalties applied, takes the victory. Beckmarsh misses out on P2 by only 1.5 seconds. Piper Cook gets a 5-second penalty for ignoring yellow flags. Kay ends up finishing P8 thanks to all of the penalties. And the Alpines didn't have a great race. The Red Bulls didn't have a great race. F1 Brinks, though, had a great race, winning quite decisively there by 1.8 seconds. Last race it was won by Brumero by 7.7, but there was fights all over the circuit. Made this race one of the most interesting ones. And 2 different race winners in 2 different races. Our championship leader from the first race is now not on the podium for the second race. He finished P7 from what Piper Cook still failing to produce any good results. It's very disappointing because we know what he can do in those Brumero finished P5. So championship standings. Brumero still leads by 4 points with Robin in P2, Brinks in P3, Beck Mars in P4, Janus Lewis in P5, Raikkonen P6, Schumi P7, Piper Cook P8, Corbig P9, Kay on the overtake 10th, Captain Stein P11, and Marwin Fatty in P12. Constructors Championships, Ferrari are still leading. No real big surprises there. Both of their drivers performing very well in this race. So there we go then. That's the second race done. We are now head to Hungary for the third race of the championship, and after this we hit the halfway point of the season. So yeah, here we go then. Once again, the Red Bulls need to hurry up and ready up. That's what they need to do. Hurry up quickly because I'm not doing this. Oh. Right. Right then. Back at it. For another Grand Prix. in qualifying. Here we go. Piper Cook leading the way into turn 1. This is only the first corner, so still yet to see where everyone is. So Piper Cook's already binned it in turn 1. Kay is in provisional pole. Rycom's up there, TTV Robin's up there, Beckmarsh up there, F1 Brighton's up there. He seems to be quite a championship contender. Brumero's down in P6. Janus Lewis P6 now as well. Robin, TTV Robin, still on provisional pole. The person who finished second in the first Grand Prix has now got a chance for pole in race 3. Rycom though on provisional pole. No, it's Kate, now it's Robin. This is very close between the top 4. Janus Lewis popping out of nowhere up to P2. Of course, the final corner. What's it going to be? It's going to be Brumio up to P3. It's Kay on the overtake on pole position. Brumero came out of nowhere in the last couple of laps and finished P2. The championship leader P2 in qualifying. Can Kay hold him off though? That's the big question. Right then. Looks like it's actually raining. Interesting. Rounds F1 P1 to P5 in 0.178. That is close. It is very close, mate. Here we go then. 5 red lights for the Hungarian Grand Prix. Lights out, away we go. They hold on there for quite some time. Kay gets off the line well. Brumio holds him behind. Tries to get slipstream down towards turn 1. There's the AlphaTauri of Rycom. And there's the Aston Martin getting tagged there. But Kay leads into turn 1. Brumio has to defend from Rycom. Janus Lewis in P4. Brinks in P5. Robin P6. Fights all over the pack, but Kay leads off the line well. Rycom still following in, and there's a crash at the back. That is Beckmar's. Captain Stang as well in the crash. Rycom following in with the Ferrari close behind. Everyone makes it through the chicane fine. Everyone in a very close to each other. If they stay here during when the DRS gets enabled, there's going to be a massive DRS train throughout this whole thing. Everyone going wide of that corner. Don't know why, but it's just how it is. Kay's leading by now 7/10 of a second. Oh, the AlphaTauri's gone a bit wide on that corner. That's going to let Janus Lewis catch up a little bit. And now we head on to lap 2. Already there's been some chaos with Captain Stan and also Beckmar's. Championship leader in P2. F1 Brinks in P5. He's going to be the real big player here. If he can catch up, then that'll be a big play here for Kai, and he's actually made contact with TTV Robin, and he's made contact with Piper Cook, I think. Or was that someone else? No, I have no idea, but he got spun, he got hit, and oh, Shuby's off. should be sent to the barriers at that corner, and the McLarens are not having a good day whatsoever. At this point, Brinks doesn't even need to do anything because Kay is pulling away very fast. Brumero's in P2 currently, nearly 1 second behind. Yeah, now he's out of the DRS, so if he keeps him out of the DRS range before the straight, then he should be fine for the rest of the race. That's if he does though, because the gap is very close. Brumero might just get it. No, he doesn't. Michael, on the other hand, is in P3. Janus in P4. And Kay's had an off. That's going to let Brumero, the championship leader, into the lead once again. But now it's down to Rycom if he can get in the DRS or not. There isn't any more there's only there is only 2 DRS zones on this track, and those are at the very start of the lap. So anywhere after that, you just need, it's all on pure pace. Oh, very wide there by Wycombe. That's making lost some time, and now the gap between him and Brumero is 1.8 seconds. With Janus Lewis right in behind here, P2 is really up for grabs. He's going to brake late, try following him in. He's going to get the DRS nevertheless, does the Red Bull. F1 Brinks is following him in this battle as well. Here we go then, Janus Lewis onto the straight. DRS open, massive DRS train down the straight as the 2 Williams are trying to fudge their way back into this race. But here comes Janus Lewis down the inside of Rycom, and he's gonna make the move stick from what it looks like. They're still at it. Janus Lewis in P2 now, with his teammate down to P8. The Red Bulls are having quite a mixed weekend. They have for most of the season. Up the hill we go though, and it's going to be Rycom in P3 and Janus Lewis in P2, with Brumero still keeping a relevant gap to the front. Hasn't really changed much. Robin and Coolbig was having a fight. Captain staying in there as well, but Beck Mars gets the first penalty of the entire race. Only on lap 4, so many of the drivers are keeping their track limits very tidy, as the drivers are about to enter their final laps. Janus Lewis in P2. Kay overtakes his teammate. I believe it was a tactical move to let him past. Rycom P3. Kay, will he chase Rycom down for P3? Will he get the podium? Will Kay? Will Kay get the podium? Who knows? We're going to have to keep an eye on that. Rycom's also in his own battles with Janus, but there's no DRS zones left. So it's all down to pure pace what happens here, and Brumio has lost a lot of time. Beckmarsh also suffering a lot. And look at the gap now. Brumio is losing a lot of time. Janus Lewis is in a gap of 7.5 tenths here. Captain Stang, 2-second penalty. What happened to Brumio to let him down this low? Janus is pushing like crazy because he knows a win is on his arms. He knows this right up his nose, but I don't think he can get it. And Kai gets a penalty at the final moments of this race. And it's all over from what it seems. Brumio will see the checkered flag and will take his second win of the season. 2 wins in 3 for Brumio, who takes the win here in Hungary. Janus Lewis, who had the comeback in his sights, has to settle for second. Rycom in P3 held off Kay at the very last minute when he got the penalty. That ruined his race there for the Williams driver. But Ferrari, though, They should be proud of themselves here because they've got themselves 2 wins in 3 races. And with 3 races left, Brumio looks like he might just pull it off here and get the championship win. But remember, there's still 3 races left and anything can happen here in 5-lapper championship. So we're waiting to see what is there left to shake up in the championship. Who knows? Frick. Right, this is not good. Where's FCS? Oh, God.